Calm your hairy cucumbers. Microsoft is not buying Sony. It's not happening. That would be a monopoly. That would be ridiculous. So, it's not real.
Skip it up and that up.
So, during my live streams, which I live stream almost nightly, and I start anywhere between 8 and 9 p.m., make sure you check out my channel. People were bringing up that, Rich, it seems like Microsoft is going to be buying Sony. And I'm like, that's sus. That's what the kids say, right? That's from Among Us, I think. Sus, which stands for suspect. Anyway, people were coming to me saying that Microsoft is buying Sony. And I'm like, yeah, I think that IGN and Forbes and GameSpot and many other places would be talking about it, because would be one of the biggest deals to happen possibly ever in gaming. Don't you think? Well, yeah, it wasn't true, and it's not actual factual information. Microsoft is not buying Sony. That would be ridiculous. This comes from India.com. I'm going to read it to you, then we will discuss. According to a news report by a Spanish portal, it was stated that the American tech giant Microsoft Corporation has acquired all divisions of rival multinational conglomerate Sony Corporation in a landmark $130 billion deal. However, the news report left many on the internet, chiefly gamers, throwing a hissy fit, which I could imagine, but I just didn't even believe it when I first heard it. However, a closer look at the news report further revealed that things just aren't always how they seem. The report was first leaked by a Spanish portal on Tuesday, which was then shared by a website called Microsofters, sounds reputable, and translated into English by EN24 News on social media. In the said report, the Spanish portal has included several convincing details, including that the deal was valued at $130 billion and Microsoft's overreaching plans to take advantage of some of Sony's biggest strengths, such as the technology for its cameras and its exclusive video gaming lineup. However, shockingly, the report was later denied by authorities, as there was no official nod to an apparent landmark deal such as this, even hours after the report first leaked on the internet. First off, that is the first thing I thought. This would be the biggest thing. They said in a decade in the India.com article. I would say it would be the biggest thing maybe ever in gaming to ever happen, or close to it, if Microsoft bought Sony. Secondly, that would be a monopoly. Like why? There's people that were cheering it, and I'm like, why would you want there to be less competition? Why would you want Sony and Microsoft to merge and offer you less options? That would suck. You want the healthy competition. That's one thing I love about Microsoft and Sony, is that it always, they take little lighthearted jabs at each other, and Nintendo too, but it's all lighthearted and it's good, healthy competition, and good, healthy competition gives you better products. Why would you want all the companies to merge so there's less competition and you end up getting less value and crappier products because they don't have to worry about anybody else? That's kind of what happened. I've talked about this before with Intel before Ryzen. AMD could not keep up with Intel, and that's why I was like, oh, look, we have a new generation of processors. It's a refined 4-core, 8-thread chip. Has better IPC, instructions per clock. Yeah, each core has better performance. Oh, look, another generation of 4-core 8-thread processors. Oh, look, another generation of 4-core 8-thread processors. Because Intel, I almost said NVIDIA. Intel was like, we don't care. We have no competition. Our 4-core chip blows away AMD's, suppose it wasn't really a true 8-core chip, their 8-core AMD FX chip. We have nothing to worry about. And that's what happens when there's less competition. Then AMD came back with Ryzen, and Intel's struggling to keep up with them now, and they're not keeping up with them. But that's good, because now we have more competition. It's not just Intel is the de facto standard to go to for processors. They have huge competition from Ryzen now, and AMD is actually outperforming Intel chips in certain aspects. So, yeah, that's what you want. You want competition. Competition is good for the market. Competition is good for you. You get better value and you get better products. So be thankful that this acquisition was fake and didn't really happen, because if it did, there'd be less competition on the market and Microsoft wouldn't have to worry about a competitor as much. They all, I mean, yeah, there's Nintendo, but Nintendo's a different animal than Sony and Microsoft. So the fact that this is not true is a good thing, and competition is good for everybody. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.
Hey, if you enjoy my content, consider becoming a Review Tech USA member. I'll have a link below in the description. I live stream now on this channel all the time, and it gives you access to cool emoticons to use as well while I live stream. Again, link below in the description. Thank you for your continued support.